My name is Jasmine Martin. I'm a senior here, communication disorders major, speech communication minor. I am the Valdosta State Collegiate Chapter NAACP president here at Valdosta State.
My name's Mia Rawls, and I'm a senior speech communication major. I'm a member of the NAACP Collegiate Chapter on campus and a member of National Council of Negro Women.
My name is Kaylin Bronner, sophomore here at Valdosta State University.
My name is Kiera Houston. I'm a senior psychology major.
Basically, a group of students, wanted to come together and go to the rally and, educate ourselves about Donald Trump.
It wasn't a protest.
This is not a protest at all.
There was no intention on disrupting the rally. It was a counter attendance.
We came as student body, decided to listen to what a running candidate for president at our school has to say.
We were just, as a student body, decided to go.
We decided to wear all black just in the sign of unity.
We didn't have no type of intimidation or anything. We all just wanted to go in and have the same color collectively and all black.
We wanted to show that we were not in support of Donald Trump, but we wanted to just be there showing that we're a neutral party because we didn't want to go there, be behind him, and then news flip it around saying that we support him.
The idea or the premise of wearing all black and to be stoic and non-disruptive was Quentin Sims. So I decided to stand with him and bring as many people as possible. So my role was getting the message out to other students.
We were standing there and we were supporting the cause.
We were dressed in all black just for really unity's sake.
We get through to the rally, go through security, everything, walk upstairs.
We all kind of trickled in.
We walked up in like a single file line. Nobody was saying anything. We were silent as we walked up.
But the goal was, if you see one of us, get in line with us, go quickly. All come in, look straight ahead when you get in line because, we didn't want to cause any kind of disruptions.
He was above like the stage or whatever. There were multiple people up there, we weren't up there by ourselves, but it was by like a blockade.
And we had met up with them and we were standing on the side, just casually not doing anything.
We need you guys to move to the stairwell.
They didn't really have a problem with it at first. So about 20 minutes later, we were just asked by the police, hey, can y'all move?
Less than like 30 seconds into it, they said, oh, we have to go.
All of a sudden, I just feel like a wave of uncomfortability.
We had like at least 6 police officers come over and like escort us out saying they didn't want us there.
The police are around us just telling us, you guys gotta leave.
Why do we have to leave the premises? And they were just saying, you all just have to leave, you all just have to leave.
We weren't chanting. There were no signs. There was nothing wrong as to what we were doing. We had tickets to be there just like everyone else.
Showed them that we had bought tickets to the event.
A few people were being pushed, they was forcing us to hurry up and get out, I guess because they thought we were causing a commotion.
After they said we had to go, I turned around because I'm like, I don't understand why we can't be here. So I turn around and she follows and I go to stand near the Trump supporters and I had my hand up. So me and a Caucasian woman start arguing, really arguing, and a Secret Service man comes over and he's like, I need to leave. So I asked him, why do I need to leave? And then that's when he started getting harsh, using vulgar language. And then my friend KR came over and she was like, I got her, we're gonna leave. So as she was saying that, he grabbed her wrist and turned it around and was like, do you wanna go to jail today too? Then he grabbed my wrist and put the handcuff on it and was like, you're going to jail. And he grabbed her arm as well and was like, oh, well, you can go to jail too.
They were all clapping, applauding, yeah, waving the Trump signs in front of us as we're getting escorted out and told to leave, acting like they were happy about it.
People turned around, held up signs, started chanting Trump, and just doing giving racial slurs to us.
On the way out, people were booing at us, throwing racial slurs. That just is not right at all for anybody as a human being.
It's still not right. We still had a right to be at the event just as much as everyone else.
Well, dang, you don't see that this is wrong.
Then while we were leaving, there was someone in the crowd who rose the fist up in the air.
Some of the students put their fists in the air just because it's a natural reaction. Of course, if you feel attacked.
We put up our fists towards the end when somebody in the crowd put up their fist on the way out the door.
To show that, we agree that this is messed up, that was going on, so it's that we were being kicked out of our own PE complex.
And we just wanted answers. We didn't, get rowdy or anything.
I knew that we needed for people to see what was happening. Does that make sense? So instead of being angry or annoyed or frustrated, I'm like, hey, everyone, look at what's happening to us. Look over here.
Being that, we are students here on campus, we felt like we should have had a better explanation.
Black students got kicked out. Anybody else was just fine up there.
So I just feel like the whole situation was just absurd. The whole situation itself, it was mind-blowing for me. First, because this is my first year here at Valdosta, and I've never witnessed so much hate and just simple-minded people all at once just want to boo students because we're here to support, like just listen to what he has to say. Like we don't necessarily have to agree with his viewpoints or whatnot, but we're here for knowledge as well.
It was very sobering because, you know, as a white person, we don't see racism. We don't receive it. We're really at the giving end, you know, 90% of the time.
We're just a bunch of black students in a place that I guess we weren't supposed to be, that just got kicked out for no reason.
Donald Trump is bringing us back into the 40s, 50s, and 60s. You know, he's making it more common for millennials to hear the word nigger or nigga in a racial slur manner. He's making it more common to be encountered by people who may call a homosexual person or any other sexuality other than hetero, you know, different derogatory slurs like, you know, faggot or dyke. You're hearing words that you don't hear all the time and that you used to hear at a certain point, and it's making it more common he's making it more common to go into the street and be around people who are comfortable calling you out of your name based on some sort of religious or self-righteous rhetoric.
The only thing I'll say to Donald Trump, if you want to be our president and speak for the people, ask us what's going on. Have your campaign talk to us instead of just removing us.
If you want to be a president, which is a person that's supposed to be for all people, but you kick a group of students out of a minority-based group, you're not considering all people. You're just considering a group of individuals who you want to be there.
Why would I want somebody to be my president that doesn't even like me or my friends or anybody, like any of my Hispanic friends or anything of that nature?
Achieving peace in our time is through love, in my opinion, because the love for people and the love for humanity, if you love another person, then you wouldn't treat them any kind of way that you wouldn't want to be treated. So that's the golden rule. We've learned that since we were little kids. Treat people how you want to be treated, and that's through love, in my opinion.
What's the opposite of peace? It's chaos, it's rioting, it's hate. Hate is the opposite of peace, and hate stems from systemic places, and we have to chomp down at the system of what causes racism, what causes homophobia, what causes xenophobia, which is ignorance, and it's not going to happen overnight, and everybody is not going to adhere to that quickly. So it's having conversations with people who are different from you. It's putting aside your religious or personal beliefs and you know, rhetoric to really sit down and look at what's happening. And it's just going to take people who are strong enough and bold enough to say things that other people are afraid to say.